What's a time you trusted your gut and it paid off? The morning I decided not to get on that bus changed everything. I was 19, working the overnight shift at a warehouse in Detroit. Dad had gotten me the job after I dropped out of college. 8 hours of loading trucks, minimum wage, but it paid rent on the studio apartment I shared with my brother Theo. Every day at 6:47 a.m., I caught the same city bus home, number 42, driven by Reginald, who always nodded but never spoke. Same routine for 8 months. That Tuesday felt different the moment I walked to the stop. The usual homeless guy, Vincent, who asked for change, was nowhere to be seen. The bench where Mrs. Patterson waited with her grocery cart sat empty. Even the pigeons seemed agitated. When bus 42 pulled up, my stomach tightened. Reginald wasn't driving. Behind the wheel sat a man I'd never seen, pale, twitchy, sweat beading on his forehead despite the October chill. His hands shook as he opened the doors. When he looked at me, something in his eyes made every alarm in my head go off. "You getting on or what?" he snapped, his voice too sharp, too aggressive. I stepped back. "Nah, I'm good. What's wrong with you? Bus is here. I'll catch the next one." The doors slammed shut with unnecessary force. Through the windows, I saw the usual crowd. Dolores heading to her cleaning job at the hospital, Baptiste with his lunch pail and thermos, 3 college kids from the overnight diner shift who always sat in the back. All people I'd ridden with dozens of times, all people who looked at me confused through the glass as the bus pulled away. 10 minutes later, my phone buzzed. News alert. City bus crashes into ravine on Route 96. Driver suspected of being under the influence. Multiple casualties reported. Bus number 42. I ran 8 blocks to Detroit General. The ER was chaos. Paramedics wheeling in stretchers. Families crying. Reporters setting up cameras outside. Baptiste had a broken collarbone and 3 cracked ribs. Dolores suffered a severe concussion and couldn't remember her name. The college kids were banged up but conscious. They all asked the same question when they saw me. "Where were you?" I couldn't explain it. How do you tell people that something invisible warned you? That your gut screamed danger when everything looked completely normal? The investigation took weeks. The substitute driver, Ramon Gutierrez, had been high on meth and alcohol. He'd broken into the bus depot after Reginald called in sick. Stole his route sheet, his badge, even his coffee mug. The transit authority covered it up for 3 days until families started demanding answers. A week later, Dolores grabbed my arm at the Kroger near my apartment. "You knew," she said. It wasn't a question. I nodded. "How?" Something felt wrong. Can't explain it better than that. She studied my face for a long moment, her eyes still glassy from the head injury. My grandmother back in Louisiana used to say some people can smell trouble coming, like animals before earthquakes. Said it was a gift, but most folks ignore it because they think they're paranoid. I thought about that for months, started paying attention to that feeling, the one that made my chest tight, made me want to turn around and walk away. The feeling I'd been ignoring my whole life because it seemed irrational. It saved me again 6 months later when I almost took a construction job with Morrison & Associates. Something about the foreman felt wrong. Turned out they had 3 safety violations. And again when I didn't invest my $3,200 with my cousin Dante's guaranteed crypto scheme that disappeared with everyone's money. Now I listen to that voice, that quiet alarm when something's not right, even when I can't point to exactly why. People call it intuition or sixth sense or gut instinct. I call it survival. Because sometimes the thing that saves your life isn't what you do, it's what you don't do. That morning I trusted something I couldn't explain and walked away from what looked like safety. Best decision I ever made.